do like this
No,
is meeting about, and then a date, or, okay.
I mean, I maybe, I don't know, but it's just the informal
Yeah.
observation.
Well, that's how come too. I put in the emails the details broken down like that,
Yes.
because I thought she has to put it in a binder, or she has to turn it into the, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah. No, I
So
printed it. I printed it so I could just kind of like have it in front of me
Yeah.
versus like back and forth to the email.
And if you need to print out like a prior written notice or whatever to have like a copy of something.
Oh,
you
right,
can.
the
You're more
examples.
than welcome to.
Yeah, and I'll cut the names off for the kids. That way, if anybody sees it, like they're like, "Who is this?" You know.
Yeah, you can just black out like the FBI.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think I have Sharpies that work, but
You can do that.
no. So yeah. So I started working on David's,
David? Okay.
and I was going back and forth to his previous one because there were some questions I was like, okay, like for example, like on the new one, I didn't know what his disability was, so I went back to his previous one to get that.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming that hasn't changed. He's autistic, so. But so is there an art for him then tomorrow?
His art is, I think his art is for Thursday.
Okay, so then.
But I'm gonna look into that again with Donicia because I haven't gotten a confirmation.
Okay.
But yes, he's scheduled right now for that date and time. Hold on.
Oh,
I wish I could shut off the speaker, like really. Now, David Cantu, did you see that there's 2 David Cantus?
No, I didn't, but
Yeah, I don't know why he's in there twice. There's 2 David Cantus.
But they're different,
They
yeah.
have different IDs. I'm sorry, he's not in there twice. So he's the one obviously with the SC emblem.
Okay, that's the one that I caught.
That's how we know they're spec.
But look, now I'm.
The only time you won't see an SC badge next to their name is if they're an initial. Like let's say, like you can see my screen, right? Because I shared with you. Okay, so like for example, the bottom David, he doesn't have a badge here.
Right.
So that means he's not sped. But when they're in the process of being evaluated, sometimes a badge may show up and sometimes it may not.
Okay.
Just depends. So I'll always try, I need to remember to include the IDs for you just in case.
Okay.
But yeah,
No, I was gonna say, I didn't realize when you click the student/create new, you could search with their names. I was always doing it from the all button.
Okay.
So.
Now, you're able to see, is there any child you were not able to see for some reason? Because then I'll have to share it with you.
Oh, I didn't, you mean like if I couldn't open them or couldn't find them?
Okay. Let me.
Hold on, we can wait.
This little kid finished stopping.
Yeah.
Congratulations to all our students on their outstanding achievements. Reminder, powder coat sign-ups are still happening. We are going to go ahead and waive the fee, but there will be no shirt included. So get signed up to play in the
I'm gonna Zoom meeting.
Powder Puff football.
No, you have the key to unlock it.
Boys, don't forget to sign up.
So your key will unlock from your side. So you just need to unlock the door handle.
Girls, sign up to play flag football against the other classes. Top class through the trophy and bragging rights. Let's make this an unforgettable night for our campus. Please scan the QR code found around campus to be a part of the fun. Our boys and girls soccer team will be playing tonight against Bishop at 15.
Uh-oh.
Now it's not.
Now it's not doing it at all.
Now it's not working. Well, at least you get to hear the HMK announcement.
Well, I want to know. I want to sign up for that game that they're playing. Yeah.
Here we go again.
Students, if you are registered to take the TSI test this morning, please head to the lecture hall at this time. Thank you very much and good luck. FAFSA night will be held on Wednesday from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in the Go Center for anyone needing assistance completing their form. This is a graduation requirement.
I'm getting the closed captions for the announcements.
Okay, they're done. Okay, so like in David, you went into his IEP?
Yeah, I'm in there right now filling out. Right now I'm on page 2 doing the other health impairments.
Page 2, okay.
So I guess I'm assuming you can see if those are,
Uh-huh.
if I'm doing them correctly. But I'm using his previous IEP.
Yes, and that's what you'll do.
Okay.
You'll go to his previous one, and then you'll look to see what they have checked off.
Okay. That's page 3. So you said page 7. Oh, page 5. I don't remember what I was going to ask you. Okay.
He's only ADHD?
That's what it says on the previous one.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it said on the 2020. Oof, I don't even know what year it was. It was 2024's. Okay, well, can we check let me go back up. Well, you have it on page 1. I think I did it correctly.
Okay, let me check
The
it.
meeting, IEP start, end date, next IEP due.
Yeah, is FIE?
Yeah. Oh, no, on the IEP.
Oh, okay, on the cover page.
Yes, on the cover page.
Yeah, his meeting date, the 26th, it'll start the 26th, it'll end the following year on the 26th. Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, when it talks about the triennial,
Uh-huh.
that's for the FIE. That's for the FIE. Okay. So that would
On
be
page 2?
yes, but I was thinking that's not for his
Sorry, page. The date is page 1. Yeah, this right here is
Yeah.
gonna be 23, 24, 25, 26.
yes, but I was thinking but isn't there a 3-year ARD, like a 3-year? Isn't there a 3-year ARD? Like every 3 years, like a
Every 3 years, there's a reevaluation that occurs.
okay, and then there's an ARD after that.
There's an ARD every year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there is
Now,
going to be yeah. Okay, that's what I think I was getting those two confused.
Yes.
Okay, so
There's
then
a lot of acronyms, I know.
yeah, no.
Um,
Okay, so the FIEs for 2026, and then but he'll still have an ARD after that FIE
yeah.
anyway.
He'll still his yearly annual ARD meeting to update his IEP that occurs every year.
Right.
And that date runs by the date that's on the cover page.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
sometimes you may see like an FIE coincidentally has the same date as an annual ARD.
Mm-hmm.
That's because if we have a read and we accept it at the ARD, there it can work one of two ways. Either that read when it becomes the FIE at the ARD, we accept it. Sometimes we will match it to the ARD date, the annual ARD date, because what that means is we are ahead of his timeline.
Okay.
And so we're moving his FIE date. Now, if we have an FIE date that's due and it's after the annual ARD timeline, we call it bumping up.
Okay.
We'll bump up his FIE due date.
Okay.
And
To meet it
Yeah.
with the ARD.
So
Okay.
so
and
everything runs in the same cycle.
and
But
so-
that only happens sometimes. It's
And
rare.
so next year when he gets the 3-year reevaluation, that's when we're going to do a read.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll actually do the read. We'll open the read like probably in the beginning of the school year.
Okay.
Or at least by Christmas time, you know? And then, yes, that read will get open. So for example, let's say we come back to school and when we come back in August, some diags will send out reevaluation packets to the SPED teachers
Okay.
right then and there at the beginning of the year. And they have due dates on those cover sheets telling them, here are all the reads that affect your caseload.
Right.
Start working on them now, you know? So we'll open up the read in the system and it'll have the date that we open it. And if the ARD occurs before the re-eval timeline, then that read is going to have the date of the ARD.
Okay.
Sometimes if you want to, which you can, but it's more work. Let's say, for example, let's pretend his annual due date timeline for the IEP was in December, but his re-eval is in March, right? If you wanted to, you could still have his annual by December and not review that eval and that ARD. You can say, we're going to come back and we're going to review it because testing isn't done, testing isn't ready, or you need more time. You're perfectly fine to do that as long as you don't pass his FIE due date of having the report written. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just more work for you in the end if you,
Right.
because you're gonna have 2 R's.
Split
You
them
end
up,
having
yeah.
2 R's.
So
Yeah,
you
you're gonna have
could,
2 R's.
so if you have the ARD in December, you could bump up the,
You bump up his testing, and a lot of diacs like to do that because they want those reeval packets out in August, and they're saying, if you get it into me and it gets done and testing is done or the read is written and done, we can meet in December and we're going to accept his read in
Right.
the December ARD. Yeah.
so he doesn't,
Perfectly fine to do that.
he doesn't have, if we're doing a read though, he doesn't have to do a retest.
No, if you're doing a read, you don't have to you don't have to actually reevaluate him per se, pull him in and give him
Yeah.
a brief. If you want to, you can. It's up to the diag at the high school level.
Oh, okay.
You know, because some kids, you know, if you run out of time or you have a whole bunch of evals due that year, some of the kids you're gonna say, you'll plan it out and you'll say, okay, this one, you know, I'm suspicious or I'm feeling like, hey, I'm curious. I want to know what grade level they're on because their
Struggling,
teachers are
yeah.
saying like they're really, really can't read.
Right.
Okay, well, you know what? His last FIE says he's reading at a 6th grade level. He shouldn't be struggling that much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you'd say like, you know what? Let me do a brief.
Okay.
So that kid you'd pull in, and you would actually test them on a short version. It's a condensed version of the kit. It doesn't
Okay.
take nearly as long. You can do that. And then if you do that and it's still before his ARD timeline, you would write the read, and in the read you would say, you're going to write a full read, but in the read you're going to say at the very bottom of the section of academics, you're going to say, you're going to give all of that previous information plus the current information that the teacher's describing, and then you're going to put a statement in there saying, due to the fact that such and such teachers are reporting a concern in the area of reading, they're suspecting that he's reading at a 3rd grade level, but his last re-eval shows he's reading at a 6th grade level. There's some discrepancy there.
Right.
So we are choosing to reevaluate him only in the area of academics.
Okay.
You can do that. You're perfectly fine and legal to do that. And so then you'd only test him and reevaluate him in that area, just to get a current grade level of where he's functioning at.
All right.
Yeah. So then you'd lock that read, and you don't have to take that read to ARD. You're basically saying, like in November, I'm going to retest him just in academics for reading.
Okay.
So then by the time you come back in December, you're going to actually have a new reevaluation report. Because once you lock a read and you open up a new FIIE reeval file, there's buttons in that FIE that say import from previous information. You click those buttons in that area, whatever you have locked in that last read, it's going to pull it into that FIE for you.
Okay.
So you don't have to retype it.
Right.
So then now your FIE, your reeval is more than halfway written. So then you'll take your brief testing in academics and that's what you're going to be adding into your new reevaluation. And then that whole report's going to be there complete.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll show you how to do that because there's going to be some kiddos that, you know, we may want to consider just to retest them with a brief. And this is where you'll get to do a brief evaluation.
Okay.
And
And
we'll retest in academics.
with that girl, right? The one that we're gonna do here, Karen?
The other girl, yes, that girl, we're going to bring her in and she's going to get reevaluated.
Okay.
Yes, we're
Did-
going to reevaluate her if mom agrees.
Oh, you haven't been able to get a
I
hold of
haven't
her?
called her yet because I was out for those conferences and
Oh,
stuff.
right.
I didn't call her. Yeah. But I'm going to remember, she's the one I'm going to ask if she'll take her to Claver.
Okay.
I'm thinking about maybe having you reevaluate Charisma.
Okay.
Avilat,
Okay.
just in her academics area. Just so you can see how you implement a brief.
Okay.
And she's here at the high school, so that may have to be, if we're real good, we can schedule it in your conference period, and you should be able to get it done
Okay.
within that time because it's an hour.
Okay.
You have an hour, or your conference period is what, 50 minutes?
No, it's from like 9 to 10:40.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
good. Then that's enough time to give her a brief,
Yeah.
and we can do it here in the office here, and it will not take that long.
Okay.
It won't. It's the briefs are real fast, and once you get the swing, once you get the hand of a brief, you're gonna be like, damn, this is easy.
Yeah.
You know, so Charisma, you'll get to do her, and then also the other little girl.
Okay.
That other little girl may be cog and academics. It's just going to depend on what mom ends up telling me, because that's going to be a sensitive conversation with her.
Yeah.
We may not want her reevaluated because she may be thinking on her own, hell no, I don't want her reevaluated because I'm scared she's not going to qualify. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a parent that's right now, she's back and forth with the school district. So, and that's their right. They can't tell you, no, I don't want them reevaluated. So.
Right.
Charisma's mom won't mind. I know her. She's related to me.
Oh, okay.
So on this little kiddo,
Let me get the light on. Hold on.
let's see, that was page 3. Don't worry about page 3. I'll review that on my own and show you how to do that. 4,
I'm on 7 right now.
7A.
Yes. And so is the same supports gonna go in for
Yes,
this year?
what you'll do for here is you're gonna look at his last locked annual ARD,
Okay.
and you're gonna put in what he has, because that's what he's been following.
As of,
currently. That's what he's doing currently.
Yeah. So it says in support, in class support, 30 minutes for ELA and math, 2 times a week, gen ed classroom,
Okay.
6 goals addressed. Okay.
And then there, for that box right there that you're in, yeah, it'll be spring 2025, and then it'll be 25-26 fall spring reading.
Okay.
Yeah. For high school, I don't put ELA, we'll put reading,
Okay.
just because it's just a broad category of, it covers any type of English class they're gonna
Okay.
take. And then for math, it'll just say math. Yeah, back in the day, we used to actually put the title of the class. So that, like if they had a algebra 1, we would actually put algebra 1, but then you would have to remember every year, okay, is he still in algebra 1, or is he now in algebra 2, or is he in geometry, or is
Right.
he in, so then we touched base with the service center, and they're like, y'all don't even have to be putting that, just put reading, just put math. Because you know how there's different titles for like even history. So
Yeah.
No, put history. When you're at high school level, just put history.
Yeah.
Elementary, junior high level, just put social studies.
Well, and then even like with the sciences, some of those
Yeah, we
elective courses count as
Yeah.
the requirement.
Yeah, and we just put, for high school, we just put science.
Right.
This way, any type of science class they take, you know, the teacher understands that that's just a basic general category of what they teach, science.
And then the related services is just,
Does he have any?
it says direct with the school counselor, 1 time a
Okay.
month in the special education setting.
Okay, then that stays in there.
Okay. Direct school counselor. So that means the counselor goes and talks to him for 30.
The counselor gives him support, and she has to have a goal that she's following, because that's what she grades him on. That's what she's targeting. So I'll send an email to his counselor and remind her that she needs to go in there and update his goal, whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
Because this is her opportunity to change it if she's found something else that she wants to work with him on, you know?